Not all the members of the Sydney Welsh Choir come from Wales. Many were born here in Australia, while a few brave souls originally hail from that eastern borderland of Wales, known as England. Little Wales has had a complex about Big Brother England for a very long time, at least since 1284. That was the year the English monarch Edward I, who had built a chain of massive castles around North Wales, played a cruel if clever trick on the local Welsh chieftains. He promised them a ruler of their own, born in Wales, one who had led a blameless life and could speak no English. When they agreed to these terms, he introduced them to their new Prince of Wales, his baby son, born to Queen Eleanor at the royal castle at Carnarvon, too young to have committed any sin or to speak any language. Since that time, Wales has struggled to project an independent identity to the world. The first Welsh entry in the Encyclopaedia Britannica Index read, "For Wales, see England." Even the Union Jack, the flag of the United Kingdom, with its symbols for England, Scotland and Ireland, has nothing to represent Wales. The very name Wales is English, derived from the Anglo-Saxon word Welas, which means foreign. To Welsh speakers, Wales is indeed a foreign name for the land they know as Cymru. Few Australians realise what a delightful tourist destination Wales is. It is said that when God decided to create Wales, he turned to the Archangel Gabriel and announced, "I intend to make a land of noble mountain peaks and crystal clear streams and waterfalls, a land where the grass is greener than Ireland's, the heather more purple than Scotland's, with salmon and trout in the rivers, golden beaches along the coast, and a patchwork of hedgerows in the valleys. I will give this land a sense of history with 200 castles, and I will fill the air with singing. In its rocks I will place gold, silver, copper, slate, and coal." "Excuse me, sire," interrupted Gabriel. "Don't you think you're being a bit too generous to these Welsh people?" "Indeed not," God replied. "Wait till you see the neighbours I'm giving them." Among the neighbours were the industrialists and investors who opened the mines that brought wealth to themselves and to Britain as a whole, but left a trail of devastation in the valleys of South Wales. Ancient oak forests were cut down, replaced by long grey uniform rows of miners' terraced houses, 2 rooms up and 2 down, though where subsidence from the underground mine workings was severe, they were sometimes 4 down and none up. Now the scars are healing, and the mining valleys are themselves tourist attractions in their own way. The gaunt black coal tips have gone, and the bare hillsides have been clothed with alpine forests of fir trees. How green is my valley, and how clean is my chalet. But the rocks of Wales remain the yardstick by which all others are judged by geologists round the world. Old rocks, laid down 600 million years ago, are known as Cambrian, Latin for Welsh, wherever they occur on the planet. The ancient sacred red heart of Australia, Uluru Ayers Rock, is, geologically speaking, Cambrian or Welsh. I will concede that Wales does have a rather damp climate. It's just as well, really, otherwise major English cities wouldn't have a water supply. There's a saying in Anglesey, if you look across the Menai Straits and can clearly see the jagged outline of the Snowdon Range, it's a sure sign that rain is on the way. And if you can't see it, it's raining already. Most Welsh rain is a soft, misty drizzle that keeps the grass green and the flowers in bloom. Winters in the mountains of Wales are cold, wet and snowy, but the summers, in summer, well, at least the rain is warmer. The main road linking England with Wales is the M4 motorway, which crosses the border at the River Severn by way of the famous suspension bridge built in 1966 and now classified by the National Trust. When this bridge was opened, one observer wrote, "Two lands at last connected, a bridge both long and wide, and all the tolls collected on the English side." It's comforting to note that on the new Severn Bridge, the tolls are collected on the Welsh side. But in both cases, motorists have to pay a very hefty toll of $12 Australian for the privilege of driving into Wales. The return journey into England is free. Perhaps there is, after all, some truth in the old adage, "You only get what you pay for." Motorways accepted, most roads in Wales are narrow, steep and winding, as indeed are some of the railways. The little railways of Wales are world famous for their beauty. Yet ironically, the most famous railway station in Wales is noted only for its long name. It's hard to believe it could ever have been a popular destination for travellers. By the time a passenger had asked the booking clerk for a ticket to Llanfair Pwll Gwyngyll Go Gerrych Wyrndrobwll Llandysilio Goch, the train would surely have gone. Our choir visited Llanfair PG on 2 of its first 4 tours of Wales, but we spent rather more time in the opposite corner, especially around the town of Caerphilly. Caerphilly, famous for its cheese and its castle, reputedly the second largest in Europe, was the birthplace of Evan James, the man who wrote the words of Hen Wlad Fy Nhadau, the Welsh national anthem. Our choir always closes each concert with a rendition of that anthem. I would like to close my word picture of Wales with the English translation, "Land of my fathers." O land of my fathers, so dear unto me, fame land of the minstrel, fair home of the free, thy warriors who wielded undaunted thy sword, for freedom their life's blood have poured. Thy rocks and thy crags o'er thy valleys stand guard, thy mountains still shelter the haunts of the bard. Thy rills and thy brooks sing their way to the sea, in music so moving to me. Invaders have trampled in triumph thy vales, yet fail they to kill the old language of Wales. Thy harpstrings, unbroken by traitors' fell hand, still sing to me songs of my land.